Hey guys, it's Will once again. I know my voice sounds a little bit different today, but blame that on the Mets. I'm normally not a fan of the Mets, but I'll root for them since they're a New York team, and I have friends that are Mets fans, so support them. But anyway, that's not the case here today. Today I'm actually going to talk about a topic that's been bothering me for probably, I don't know, a month or so. Basically, if you guys know me from a long time, I used to be a very, very, very big Linkin Park fan back in the day. I used to collect a lot of their CDs, older stuff before they became famous and such, and I was really, really into the band. That I believe that Mike Shinoda and Chester Bennington were actually close friends, Benoda and all this stuff that they used to mention, but unfortunately after Chester's death and due to a lot of researching on my side and such, I came to realize that that was a falseness. This is coming from a guy that used to be very, very into the band itself, and I realized this falseness with articles that I've read in the past, spanning back from 2003 and such, and my own personal research that I did into this case. As you know, Chris Cornell passed a couple of months right before Chester Bennington's unfortunate passing also. And what I'm about to tell you, it's a lot of connections. And this goes back to 2014. When I do believe an earthquake struck Haiti. And Linkin Park, along with the Clinton Foundation, they started a whole other foundation of cycling energy and having like sweaters and stuff, t-shirts made, you know. Besides that, there's other things that I've stumbled upon. I've dug research into Twitter. I've dug research into groupie forums and such, and I've came to see that basically these gentlemen were never really close. It was just a face. And Mike Shinoda wasn't the best person to Chester Bennington. I realized that the band was always Mike Shinoda's. You know, Chester Bennington was just brought in. He was the voice of the band, and that's pretty much it. There's other things in there that I'll probably add, but I don't want to make this video overly long because I know people probably aren't just going to listen to everything. Besides that, the Clinton Foundation connection, Chris Cornell was also involved in the Clinton Foundation, trying to help these kids out during those times. And if you go by the conspiracy theories, Chris had some information that was in his possession, and he was about to reveal the stuff. And I'm pretty sure, since Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington were actually closer than Mike Shinoda and Chester themselves, I do believe Chris may have left some of this information over to Chester Bennington, and unfortunately you see both of these gentlemen were Arkansas-sided, quote unquote. And you see right now, with all these cases about Sean Diddy, Puffy Combs, whatever the hell you want to call that pedophile rapist and all this stuff, he's just the tip of the iceberg. He has connections to politicians and other people and such, and this thing has always existed. It's always existed, probably even existed even before I was born. All of us. So, moving on to this, there's connections between them. I'm not going to show any links. I'm not going to show anything. Do your research. You'll find this information on yourselves. Well, I was doing research back in 2017, 2018 to start my own conclusions about what actually happened to these two gentlemen, Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington. I stumbled upon groupie forums, actually, that were claiming that Mike Shinoda would pay off people to keep hush-hush, that he slept around and such, and he wouldn't treat his wife good and all that stuff. And to me now, after everything that happened, I was part of the I was in the Hollywood Bowl show in attendance and stuff, and I realized that it was just one big satanic ritual that took part. These people were very involved in the occult. Many of them are. Some of them have handlers. Some of them can't really do much. They can't really speak, and I believe this may be the case with the new vocalist of Linkin Park, Emily Armstrong. I'm thinking that she may be under close eyes, and Mike Shinoda may be her new handler, just like I believe he was Chester Bennington's handler at some point. To go back into other things, as mentioned, Linkin Park didn't seem like it was going to be in the best of times. Besides that, they had like a 7-album contract with the Warner Bros, and that seemed like that was about to be done. And from other sources and such, I think Chester was going to leave the band. So this would not benefit Mike Shinoda at all. This would not benefit the band. And what a better way to throw off this finale with a 2-for-1 deal. You knock out a guy that has information about the elite and their misdoings and their crimes against humanity, and you shut him off, along with cashing in on fame and fortune for the death of the lead singer of the band. There's also tweets that I found that involve Mike Shinoda reading witchcraft books, that he's also given Black Bear, along with Brad, black candles. And if you realize black candles are used in occult rituals and all this stuff, listen to the lyrics on the last album. I'll be sorry for now that I couldn't be around. Sometimes things, when you start really, really understanding, like the lyrics, you understand that Mike Shinoda was the main writer on that one, and Chester Bennington only had credits on 2 songs. Chester Bennington was barely a part of that. And most people think it's Chester Bennington's expression, his anger, his anguish. But no, it wasn't his words. He was just the interpreter in the last album. And I mean, there's more I can go into, but it gets really scary, and I think this information has to be a little bit more out there. I've read so much into this in the past, and I kept some screenshots of the stuff that I've told you, but they're kind of safe in a hard drive. I'm sure if you look over Mike Shinoda's tweets, probably from around late 2017, 2018, you'll probably find these tweets that I'm talking about the Black Candle, about the witchcraft book that he bought. If you understand their stuff, look at Mike Shinoda's art. Look at the symbolism he's used. It's a major reason why I sold off the paintings I had of him and all this stuff, and I realized that Mike Shinoda is a big occultist. People may not realize it because he seems like a friendly person, but it may be the opposite of what we think. Anyway, I hope with these words I kind of piqued your curiosity to look further into things. I can show you guys some articles about 2002, 2003 that they were in separate tour buses and stuff, and also the groupie forum link. I could definitely pass that on. It just doesn't talk about Linkin Park. There's also some things in Warwing, Korn, Jared Leto, who you know is a big time cult leader and pedophile himself. So anyway, hope this information reaches those that want to hear. I'm not saying all this is reality. I'm connecting stuff like this. As mentioned, I used to be a huge Linkin Park fan at a point. I love the band so much. They were the first band that really opened my mind towards music. I thank them for that. But for me, personally, I think there's justice to be served here in America. There's a lot of things that many people don't see and that are misconstrued and sold as other things on the news. So, it's on you. Question everything. Open your mind. They're really lying to you at a at an accelerating level. They don't care about you or me.